Greetings for the day. Welcome to another session of soft computing. In today's session, we're going to study about the genetic operators. But before starting the topic genetic operators, let me revise what we have studied in the previous session. We studied about the genetic algorithm. We studied about the types of genetic algorithms and what are the advantages of genetic algorithm, what are the limitations of genetic algorithms, and the different types of general genetic algorithm. Now, in today's session, we're going to study about the genetic operators. Now, what is this genetic operator? A genetic operator is an operator used in genetic algorithms to guide the algorithm towards a solution to a given problem. There are three main types of operators. You should remember these three things very carefully because this is the thing that we are going to study in the remaining part of our slides. The first one is the mutation, the second one is the crossover, and the third one is the selection. Now what are these three things we are going to study in the coming slides, which must work in conjunction with one another in order for the algorithm to be successful. Now, genetic operators are used to create and maintain genetic diversity. In the sense, mutation operator combine existing solution, also known as chromosomes, into a new solutions, which is a crossover, and select between the solutions. That is what is the selection. So these are the different genetic operators that are being used. Now with reference to selection, what selection is all about? Now selection operator gives preferences to better solution like chromosomes, allowing them to pass on their genes to the next generation of the algorithm. Now, the best solutions are determined using some form of objective function, also known as fitness functions in genetic algorithm. We have seen what fitness function is in the last class or in the last session before being passed to the crossover operator. Now what this crossover operator is, we are going to see in the next slides. Now different methods for choosing the best solution exist. For example, fitness proportionate selection and tournament selection, different methods may choose different solutions as being the best. And the next one is the selection operator may also simply pass the best solution from the current generation directly to the next generation without being mutated. Or this is known as the elitism or elitist selections. Okay. Now the next one. What is crossover? Let's see, to make you understand what selection is all about. Selection is all about selecting a proper solution with reference to different ideas. For an example, I'll give you a small example just to make you understand about the selection process. Let's see, in the recent cricket team, you have seen many of the cricketers who have been selected for the national cricket team. If at all, if you see, there were some of the new faces which had performed very well at their what do you class first class level. So they have been promoted for the Indian national cricket team. So in the same way, with reference to the selection, the best of the genes are being selected for the best of the solutions. In some of the things, if at all, if you see the performance of Virender Sehwag from his starting of the career until he finished his career, there was no major difference in his performance. He used to start with a blast and he used to finish with a blast. If at all, if you see the cricket of Suresh Raina, he started with a blast, then he slowed down his pace to maintain the cricket balance. And if at all, if you see the balance of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he started with a blast, but he became the bone marrow of the cricket team until and unless like Dhoni is on the crease, you had a thing like he can make us win the match. So how this selection was been done based on their performance, and the selection may not be accurate always. Like see, in some of the cases, as always said, if at all every of the cricket team is performing well, there should be some of the team which should lose the match. If at all every other team has a potential of winning the match, then who will lose the match? So in this way, the selection is being done based on the existing system and existing values of the things. The next one is the crossover. Now what is this crossover? Crossover is a process of taking more than one parent solution or chromosomes and producing a child solution from them. By recombining proportion of good solutions, the genetic algorithm is more likely to create a better solution. Now what do you mean by this? This means, like, see, we have already a system, we are including some of the more genes. For instance, like, see, we are preparing a vaccine for coronavirus or COVID-19. So what it is, there are already a vaccine to improve our what you call as immunity power. But why we are taking this medicine or this shot of this COVID vaccine? Because we want to change some of the things, and we want to try for a new genetic things, so that this virus cannot, like, penetrate into our body, and this virus cannot harm more for our human body. So we are making some of the crossovers. Now the second point, as with the selection, there are a number of different methods for combining the parent solution, including the H recombination operator, ERO, and cuts and splice crossover and uniform crossover method. So these are different crossover methods which are being used. Now the next point, the crossover methods is often chosen to closely match the chromosomes representation of the solution. This may become particularly important when variables are grouped together as building blocks, which might be disrupted by a non-respectful crossover operation. Okay. Now the last point what it says is, similarly crossover methods may be particularly suited to a certain problems. The ERO, what is ERO? Edge recombination operator is generally considered a good option for solving the traveling salesman problem. Now, moving forward, what do you mean by these mutations? The best example, or just the best thing to understand this mutation is your expense series. In this, you have mutants and all these things. What is mutants? They evolve by themselves. They evolve by themselves, and they create their own space with the evolution. Now, coming towards the definition, what it says, the mutation operator encourages genetic diversity among solutions and attempts to prevent the genetic algorithm converging to a local minimum by stopping the solution becoming too close to one another. In mutating the current pool of solutions, a given solution may change entirely from the previous solutions. By mutating the solution, a genetic algorithm can reach an improvised solution solely through the mutation operator. Okay, now the next point is, again, the different methods of mutation may be used. This range from a simple bit mutation, flipping one or flipping random bit in a binary string chromosome with some low probability, to more complex mutation method which may replace genes in solution with a random value chosen from uniform distribution or Gaussian distribution. Now, what do you mean by this? Mutation is a process of upgrading yourself, or is a process of changing a method based on the current evolution system. It started mutating, like, there are some of the changes with reference to the time and the time space in which you are living. For instance, like, we can see an example of the mutation of animals, the mutation of human beings in different ways. Now the last point what it says is, as with the crossover operator, the mutation method is usually chosen to match the representation of the solution within the chromosome. This is with reference to the mutation. Now the next one is the combining, or, like, combining the operators. Now how the operators can be combined. While each operator acts to improve the solution produced by the genetic algorithm working individually, the operator must work in conjunction with each other for the algorithm to be successful in finding a good solution. Like, where crossover should be used, where mutation should be used, where selection is to be used, this should be decided in collaboration and in conjunction to one another. Now, using the selection operator on its own will tend to fill solution population with copies of the best of solution from the population. If the selection and crossover operator are used without the mutation operator, then the algorithm will tend to converge to a local minimum, that is a good but suboptimal solutions to the problem. Now, if using a mutation operator on its own will lead to a random walk through the search space. How these different things have been combined and can be used is been told over here. Only, like the last point is, only by using all three operators together can the genetic algorithm become a noise tolerant hill climbing algorithm, yielding good solutions to the problem. See, if at all we are using those things as an individual units, then it will give you a different solution. If at all we are combining or permuting and combining the different operators, then it will lead for a different solution. But if at all if we are able to combine all of the three things which reference to the time with request to the time, then we can obtain a optimal solution and a good solution for that particular problem. Now, the next one is the generation cycle in genetic algorithm. Now, what is the generation cycle? The generation cycle is selection, replacement, evaluation, mutation, crossover. This is a mechanism that is being followed. Sorry, selection, crossover, mutation, evaluation, replacement. Selection, crossover, mutation, evaluation, and replacement. So this is the generation cycle algorithm. Now it says evolutionary algorithm typically uses evolutionary selection, variation and replacement operations to augment or replace population in a generational manner in order to improve overall fittest solution. Okay. Now what are the things, what do you mean by the stopping condition for genetic algorithm flow? The termination condition for or of a genetic algorithm is important in determining when a genetic algorithm will run or will end. It has been observed that initially the genetic algorithm progresses very fast with better solutions coming in every iteration, but this tends to saturate in with the later stages where improvements are very small or very minute. We usually want to terminate a condition such that our solution is close to the optimal solution at the end of the run. Now, what are the things that have been used? Usually, we keep one of the following termination condition. What is the first condition? When there has been improvement in the population for X iterations, the first condition. Or the second condition is when we reach an absolute number of generations. The third one is when the objective function value has reached a certain predefined value which is been required for that particular solution to be executed. So this is where the stopping condition is applied for the genetic algorithm flow. These are the three conditions on which the genetic algorithm stopping condition is being applied. What are the three conditions? The first condition is when there has been no improvement in the solution or when there has been no improvement in the population for X iterations. The second one is when we reach an absolute number of generation, when we reach the absolute number of generation. And the third one is when the objective of the function has reached certain predefined values. So these are the three major conditions that is being used for stopping condition. Now moving forward, it says, for example, in a genetic algorithm, we keep a counter which keeps a track of generation for which there has been no improvement in the population. Initially, we set this counter to 0. Why? Because as it is improving or deproving, how should we know? With the counter 0. Each time we don't generate offspring which are better than the individual in the population, we increment the counter. We increment the counter. However, if the fitness any of the offspring is better, then we reset the counter to 0. The algorithm terminates when the counter reaches a predetermined value. When the counter reaches the predetermined value, it's terminate or it applies the stopping condition. The last point it says, like the other parameters of genetic algorithm, the termination condition is also a high problem specific, and genetic designer or genetic algorithm designer should try out various options to see what suits his particular problem the best. So these are the different things with reference to stopping condition for genetic algorithm flow. Now, what are the constraint handling techniques in genetic algorithms? So, what are they? They are usually involved in distinction between the following cases. What is the first one? Elimination of infeasible individuals, penalizing or penalization of objective functions, dominance concept, preservation of feasibility, infeasibility individual repairing, and the last one is hybrid method. These are the constraints handling the techniques in genetic algorithm, like the constraint handling techniques of or in genetic algorithm. The next one is the schema. Now what do you mean by this schema? A schema is a set of binary string that matches a template for schema. Okay, a template is made up of ones and zeros and star s and star s and star, where star is the don't carry symbol that matches either 0 or 1. Okay, this is what do you mean by a schema. Now what do you mean by this schema theorem? Schema theorem serves as analytic or analysis tools for the genetic algorithm process. It explains why genetic algorithms works by showing the expectation of schema survival, also applicable to a canonical genetic algorithm, and it represents binary representation and for fixed length individuals and for fitness proportional selections, and the next one is genetic point crossover, and the next one is gene-wise mutations. So these are the schema theorems. These are the different schema theorems. Now the next one is the classification of genetic algorithms. Now, genetic algorithm fitness function. This is the first one, which says the fitness function simply defines or simply is defined is a function which takes candidate solution to the problem as input and produces an output. How fit and how good the solution is with respect to the problem of or with respect to the problem of the consideration or with reference to the problem in which that particular thing is being considered. This is with reference to the genetic algorithm fitness function. The second one is the genetic algorithm for parent selection. Now what it says, parent selection is a process of selecting parents which mate and recombine to create offsprings for the next generation. Now parent selection is very crucial to convert rate of the genetic algorithm as good parent derive individual to be a better and fitter solution. See, when we are combining two of the parents to create a new, like when we are combining two chromosomes to make a new chromosome, then that solution will be very much better than these two solutions that has been given as an input. So it creates a better and fitter solution. The next one is genetic algorithm with reference to the crossover. Now it says the crossover operator is an angulus to reproduction and biological crossover. In this, more than one parent is selected and one or more offsprings are produced using the genetic material of parents. Crossover usually is applied in genetic algorithm with a high probability. So this is with reference to the crossover. Then the next one is with reference to the mutation. With reference to the mutation. In simple terms, mutation may be defined as a small random tweak in chromosomes to get a new solution that is used to maintain and introduce diversity in the genetic population and is used applied or it is usually been applied with a low probability. If the probability is very high, the genetic algorithm gets reduced to a random search. It gets reduced to a random search. The next one is the genetic algorithm for savior selections. Okay, what is this? The savior selection policy determines which individuals are to be kicked out and which are to be kept in the generation. It is crucial as it should ensure that the fitter individuals are not kicked out of the population, while at the same time diversity should also be maintained in the population. The survival or what you call as this savior type of the selection, it indicates it will kick out all of the less occupied chromosomes and it will keep the fittest of the things. But we should keep in mind the best of the individuals which are being there should be there in that particular solution to maintain the diversity. Though that particular individual might not be that good, but we should keep it because we need to maintain the diversity in the population. Now this is with reference to the genetic algorithm. Now the next one is the termination condition. Now what this termination condition says, the termination condition of a genetic algorithm is important in determining when a genetic algorithm run or will end. It has been observed that initially the genetic algorithm progresses very fast with a better solution coming in every iteration, but this tends to saturate in the later stages when the improvements are very small. We usually want to terminate, or we usually want a termination condition such that our solution is close to the optimal solution at the end of the run. This is with reference to the termination condition. Now, the next one is with reference to the genetic programming. What is a genetic programming? Now, a genetic programming is a domain-independent method that genetically breeds a population of computer programs to solve a problem. Specifically, genetic programming iteratively transforms a population of computer programs into a new generation of program by applying analogs of naturally occurring genetic operations. This is with reference to the genetic programming. Now, what are the preparatory steps for genetic programming? The five major preparatory steps for basic version of genetic programming requires human user to specify what need to be specified. The set of terminal, for example, independent variable of the problem, zero argument function, and a random constant for each branch of or each branch of the to be evolved program. In sense, each program to be evolved in the program. Now the next one is the set of primitive function for each branch of to be evolved program. The fitness measures for explicitly or implicitly measuring the fitness of individual in the population. These need to be maintained. The next one is certain parameters for controlling the run and termination criterion and methods for designating the results of the run. Now execution steps of genetic, these are the the different execution steps of the genetic programming. Now the executional steps of genetic programming are as follows. Randomly create an initial population or generation 0 of individual computer program composed of available function and terminals. Iteratively perform the following subset called a generation on population until the termination criterion is satisfied. How it is been satisfied? This has been satisfied with reference to the first one is execute each program in population and ascertain its fitness implicitly and explicitly using the problem's fitness measure. The next one is select one or two individual programs from the population with a probability based on fitness with reselection allowed to participate in the genetic operation, which is in C. Now what it is, create an individual program for the population by applying the following genetic operation with specified probabilities. What is the first one? The first one is the reproduction, which means copy of selected individual program to a new population. The second one is a crossover. What do you mean by this crossover? We are studying this crossover mutation in the past every other topic. So what the same thing has been represented over here. Create new offsprings program for new population by recombining randomly chosen parts from two selected programs. And the next one is mutation, which represents create one offspring program for the new population by randomly mutating a random chosen part of one selected program. Then the next one is with reference to architecture altering operations, which means choose an architecture altering operation from the available repository of such operation and create one new offspring program for new population by applying the chosen architecture altering operation to one selected program. Now, what happens after the termination criterion is satisfied? The single best program in the population produced during the run, which is the best super individual, is harvested and designated as the result of the run. Now, what happens if the run is successful? The result may be the solution or approximate to the problem. Now, what are the executional steps for genetic programming? What are the different executional steps? The first one is randomly create initial population of generation of 0 and individual what you call as computer program composed by available function. Now, this we have studied. Now, what do you mean by this multi-level optimization? What do you mean by this multi-level optimization? Now, a multi-level genetic algorithm aiming the global optimization of beam reinforced composite structure with non-linear geometric behavior is proposed. Now, what it does, the proposed genetic algorithm performs several sequence of two optimization levels resulting from decomposition of the original optimizational problem. Now, what it does, a multi-level genetic algorithm aiming the global optimization of beam reinforced composite structure with non-linear geometric behavior is proposed. Now, what happens? A unified approach based on load displacement control for buckling and first ply failure analysis is opted. Now, the Newton-Raphson iterative scheme and the arc length methods are used for tracing the equilibrium path and later for updating the critical values. Now, further what it says, the proposed genetic algorithm performs several sequence of two optimization levels resulting from the decomposition of the original optimization problem. Independent genetic searches are implemented for each level where genetic fitness functions and subpopulations are considered. Now the next one what it says, the genetic operator selection and crossover support are supported by the ELIST strategy are used while the diversity subpopulation is guaranteed based on implicit mutation. Further, a genetic material exchange between level is performed using clones and so of the offspring of matured subpopulation is guaranteed. Now the next one is to improve the efficiency of the multi-level genetic optimization, a niche of population is induced after first stage at both level. Now this is all about with reference to the genetic algorithm. I hope you understood something from today's session, and if at all if you have any doubt with reference to today's session, please let me know through email, or you can come down to the college for a personal doubt clarification session. So this completes our fifth unit for soft computing. I hope if at all if you have any doubt with reference to any of the units, you can come down to the college and ask for the doubt clarification session. Have a great day, have a great time. Thank you for joining. See you in the next session.